Wheeling Day. Right tackle, number 75, Daniel Buckeye. Tight end, number 87, Matthew Schindler. Wide receiver, number 2, Timothy T.A. Arnold. Wide receiver, number 0, Jackson Flores. Slot receiver, number 4, Aaron Ball. Fullback, number 22, Ryan Tripp. Running back, number 3, Prince Banks. And quarterback, number 12, Blitz McCarty. On defense, starting at the defensive line, number 90, Marcus Lawrence. Defensive line, number 9, Quentin Dorsey. Defensive line, number 54, Jackson Bunce. Linebacker, number 23, A.J. Maroney. Linebacker, number 7, Malcolm Smith. Linebacker, number 11, Brody Flores. Linebacker, number 21, Carter Curtin. Quarterback, number 24, Neelan Shedd Jr. Quarterback, number 17, Hugh Walker. And safety, number 0, Jackson Flores. And our kicker tonight, we number 35, Noah Galvez. We also want to recognize assistant coaches from both teams. For the Cherokee Trail Cougars, the assistant coaches are Ryan Harris, Carl K.J. Sapp Jr., Derek Schreiner, David Magnoff, Daryl Hall, Max Gonzalez, Ruben Estrada, Enrique Estrada, Terrell Thompson, Jimmy Lewis Jr., Mantel Jackson, Cameron Alfredson, Dakota Rodriguez, Ashton Torres, Jason Guerrero, Marcel McDowell, Patrick Carter, and Nate Henderson. The Wolves' assistant coaches are Matt Gordon, Ryan Whiteman, TJ Hyland, Desmond Davis, Billy McMahon, Hyman Meza, Ryan Turk, Robert Claypool, Nate Robinson, Hayden Lebaum, Corey Askew, Brian Zimmerman, Ricky Hayes, David Schmidt, and Michael Roberts. The Wolves' level trainers tonight are Scott Leonard, Flores, and Katie Wallace. The Cougars' level trainers are Ryan Hook and Madison Gabriel.
As we as we would like to welcome you to Grandview TV for this broadcast against Cherokee Trail Cougars. Grandview on the season 4-3 record as the Cougars are 2-5 on the season. We will see you in about 6 minutes for this start of this game from Grandview TV.
John Greasy, umpire, Merrick McClellan, headlining, Jim Sidwell, side judge, John Schumacher, and back judge, Marcus Searle. And now for the contest. And now, let's hear it for your Grandview Wolves.
As both teams now on the field now after their starting warm-ups. Grandview will be waiting for this game to start up. Grandview, as we said on the season, 4-3. The Cougars 2-5 record. But we'll see how this game will turn out. One of the last games in this season before the Halloween game against Creek. As Grandview will be kicking this one off to start this game. So they will get the ball in the second half in the game. As kickoff here going to the back of the end zone for a touchback. As now Cherokee Trail will come out for their first possession in this game after the loss last week against Dakota Ridge. Here comes the snap. The handoff here. Gets to the 20, all the way down to the 37. So the Cherokee Trail Cougars at their own 37-yard line. A 17-yard pickup on 1st and 10 from the 20. So it'll be at the 35. So it'll be a 15-yard pickup from the 1st and 10 at the 20. As Bryson Peterson at quarterback throws this one. Number 2 with the catch. Will catch it for about 4 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 5 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 5 at their own 40-yard line. As the catch made there by Logan Posey. Now Chris Smith of the Cougars. As Cougars await the snap. Handoff here. There is a flag on the play. Gets it to the 45. But it looks like this one's coming back. It's on the offense. Illegal formation on the Cougars, as that will move them back a little further. So it'll be 2nd and 9 at their own 36-yard line. As Bryson Peterson getting ready for the snap here. Handed off again. And Grandview will stop them right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe they got a yard. So 3rd and 8 it will be at their own 36. So it'll be 3rd and 9 at their own 36. As Bryson Peterson getting ready for the snap again here. Peterson draws back and will run it himself for a sec, then throws it. Pass intended to number 12, Rayshawn Stanley, as it will be a flag on the play. Illegal hands to the face on number 54 for Grandview. That'll be Jackson Bruns on the flag there, as it will be 1st and 10 at the Cougars' own 46-yard line. As Peterson getting ready for the snap here. We'll hand it off again. Gets about 2. So it's 2nd and 9 at their own 47 now. As the handoff there from Peterson. Peterson here draws back, looking to throw. Can't find anybody, has to throw it the sidelines. And it'll be a catch. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the Grandview 39-yard line as Peterson finds a player right on that edge on the right side for the catch. So now it is 1st and 10 at Grandview's 39-yard line. So Peterson here hands it off to number 16, Owen Newell, for about so it'll be 2nd and 10 still. No gain on the play. At their own 39. At the Grandview 39. As he hands it off again to number 3 this time, as it will be 1st and 10 at the Grandview 26. The handoff to Logan Posey on the last one. He got about 13. It's the handoff here to number 3 again, Posey. Will go. No. So it will be a loss of there. It'll be 1st and 11. 2nd and 11. At their own, at the Grandview 27-yard line. As looks like they're going to do another handoff here to Logan Posey, potentially. He's going to throw it instead. Peterson to number 12, Rashawn Stanley, for a 5-yard gain. So it'll be 3rd and 6. They're at the Grandview 22-yard line. With 6:24 and counting on the clock. So Peterson will hand it off here to number 8, who will lose yardage on the play. They will put it exactly where it's at, so it is now fourth down. And 7 as Peterson sacked here by Grandview. Grandview will get the ball at their own 33-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 33 for Grandview after the sack there from the Grandview defense. As a risky call there by the Cougars offense to go for it on 4th and 7 from the Grandview 22-yard line, 23-yard line. As Blitz McCarthy out there now for Grandview. The handoff won't be a handoff. It will be Blitz McCarthy taking it himself. As it will be a 4-yard run for Blitz. 2nd and 6 at their own 36-yard line. As Blitz McCarthy hands it off to Blanks here. Blanks gets tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe right at it. As it'll be 3rd and 6. Their own 3rd and 8 at their own 34-yard line. Grandview has it. As the last handoff to Blanks went backward for 2. As Blitz McCarthy getting ready to throw this one. Throws it into pass intended to T.A. Arnold was the intended receiver, as Grandview will now punt this one away. The coverage on that last play was by Chris Smith for the Cougars, their defensive back. So Grandview will punt this one. Will land at the Cougar 23-yard line. 24, they're going to say, before it went out of bounds. So 1st and 10 at the Cougars' own 24-yard line. 4:12 on the clock in this game. A second drive coming up for the Cougars here, as Peterson trying to do some more with the ball after those couple of first downs on the last drive for the Cougars. As Peterson will hand it off to number 3 for the Cougars, who will take it all the way down to the 37 of Grandview. A 13-yard run there for Logan Posey. 13-yard run, 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line of the Cougars. As a couple runs for Posey on the night. As this Cougars offense likes to run the ball, as we've seen throughout this game so far. As they hand it off again to, this time to number 16, Owen Newell for the Cougars. As they will lose yardage on this one. It'll be 3rd and 11. Oh, 2nd and 11. As Peterson trying to find a receiver, throws it to number 12, who had a chance at it. Then there's a flag after. It may be on Grandview. Maybe pass interference on Grandview. We'll see what the flag is for. Pass was intended downfield for the Cougars. Don't know what the flag is for, though. It'll be a flag on number 21 for Grandview. 1st and 10 now for the Cougars, as Carter Curtin with the pass interference on the Cougars that last play, as the Cougars now have it in Grandview territory. 1st and 10 at the Grandview 49-yard line. 2:52 and counting on this clock. As Peterson draws back, will take it himself. Will get it to the Grandview 46-yard line. So about a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7 at the 46 of Grandview. As the 3-yard run there from Peterson. As Peterson hands it off here to number 3 for a loss of 2. So it'll be 3rd and 9 at the Grandview 48 after they had gotten to the after they had gotten to the 46 of Grandview. 3-yard loss after the handoff to Posey on the last one. As Peterson most likely gonna hand it off again. The Cougars like to run this ball, as there's a timeout by the Cougars, and we will see you in a sec from Grandview TV.
The next game is on Tuesday, October 21st against Cherokee. Best of luck taking on those Bruins, boys.
As the throw down field from Peterson all the way in for a touchdown, as the Cougars are now leading 6-0. Number 12 for the Cougars, Rayshawn Stanley with the catch. As they await this extra point. And it is good. Number 96. But the kick there, as the Cougars leading 7-0. Grandview will get this ball after the kickoff. It's the Cougars on their second drive with a huge touchdown from the Grandview 47 all the way to the end zone. So about a 47-yard catch for Rayshawn Stanley after that great drive from the Cougars. It's Grandview trying to answer back after that. as Mason Harwell will kick this ball away after he made that extra point a second ago. Minute 55 left on the clock. They will like squib this kick, and Grandview touched it, and Grandview got back on it. Almost the Cougars' ball, as number 34 will get it for Grandview. As Grandview will have it 1st and 10 at their own 25. Per 27-yard line. So 1st and 10 at the 27 for Grandview. Blitz McCarthy back out there after that last drive. Blitz McCarthy will hand this one off to Chris Blanks. Blanks will get 7 on the run. So it'll be 2nd and 3 from the 35-yard line of Grandview. Line of gain at the 38. As a minute 30 and counting in this first quarter. 7-0 our score. As Blitz McCarthy will throw this one to number 0, Jackson Flores, who will get it all the way down to the Cougars' 41-yard line. So from the Grandview 35 to the Cougars 40 is 20 yards. $25 yards. As the handoff again from Blitz McCarthy to this time to Jackson Flores. So now be 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line of the Cougars. As Blitz McCarthy getting ready for the snap here. Will throw this one to number 2. And it will fall incomplete, so it'll be 3rd and 8 at the Cougars 39. As the last pass intended for T.A. Arnold for Grandview. As Blitz McCarthy awaiting the snap here on 3rd and 8 from the 39 of the Cougars. He draws back, throws this one to Jackson Flores, who will catch it at the 35. Will be 4 yards short. So it'll be 4th and 4. At the 34-yard line of the Cougars. 4th and 3 at the 34. As we will see what Grandview's offense will do. Will they keep the Grandview offense out there? As we are waiting for this quick break from the first quarter ending in this game. As Chris Blanks with a couple of runs, and now Grandview looking like they're gonna kick a field goal from the 35 34 of the Cougars. Trying to get on the board here. Grandview is. Down 7-0. We await the kick here on 4th and 3. As now the two referees will confer on something. Number 14 for Grandview is the snapper, JT Cole. Number they still are waiting this field goal. As we said, number 14, JT Cole, is the snapper for Grandview. And the kicker will be, we can see his number, hard to see from here. So now play starts. Field goal from there is no good. Number 35 was the kicker for Grandview. And that was Noah Galvez, and it will be no good from the 34. So the Cougars will have the ball at their own 34-yard line. Grandview with a chance to get on the board, but now the Cougars will come out for their third drive of this game, up 7-0 after that catch from Rashawn Stanley for 47. As Peterson will be sacked. As it will be 2nd and 20, a 10-yard loss. Had it at the 34. At the 21. They have it now at the 11. So 2nd and 19 at the 11. After Peterson got sacked on the last play. Peterson will hand this one off to number 3, Logan Posey. They will get it to the 31, and it is a first down. So it is first down and 10 now after the 19-yard run from Logan Posey. As Grandview trailing in this game 7-0. The handoff from Peterson. They will lose a yard. So it'll be 2nd and 11 at their own 30-yard line. As Grandview's defense trying to get off the field. Sacked him back earlier. 10-yard sack from the 21 to the 11. And then the pickup from Posey as the handoff here to Owen Newell for a 8-yard run. So it will be 3rd and 2 at the 39-yard line of the Cougars. Cougars leading 7-0 in this game. As Peterson hands this one off to number 16, Owen Newell again. 4th and 1 now at their own 40-yard line. And the Cougars look like they're going to keep their offense out there. On 4th and 1 at their own 40-yard line. Looks like they're going to keep their offense out there. They went for it on 4th and 7 earlier in this game. Did not convert it, and Grandview got great field position. And Grandview hoping for the same opportunity here, as Grandview will take their first time out of the half. 8:39 left on this clock in this second quarter. So we will see you in a moment from Grandview TV. As Peterson throws this one to number 8 for the Cougars, Evan Smith, for the first down on a 5-yard gain. So now it'll be 1st and 10 at the Cougars' own 45-yard line. A 5-yard catch from Evan Smith, as we said. As the Cougars took a chance and converted it on 4th and 1. As there's a flag in the backfield. Looks like this one is on the Cougars. Holding on the offense. As it will be a 1st and 1st and 20 at their own 35. A 10-yard penalty on the Cougars. So now it is 1st and 20 at the 35. Peterson hands it off here to number 3, Posey, who will get about a yard. So now be 2nd and 19 at their own 36-yard line. As 7:50 and counting on this clock in this first half. 7:43 in, as we said, in counting. 7-0, the Cougars leading against these Grandview Wolves. As snap here to Peterson. Peterson will run it himself. Will get about we'll get about 4, 5. So it'll be 3rd and 14. Oh. To the 36 of the Cougars. So a 5-yard run, as we said. 3rd and 14 or so at the 36. Timeout for the Cougars. We'll see in a moment from Grandview TV. Peterson will run it himself, get it all the way down to the Grandview 36-yard line. A 27-yard run for Peterson. 1st and 10 now at the Grandview 37. As Peterson will run this one himself as well. Get it down to the Grandview 36. So about a 2-yard gain. No, 1-yard gain. So it'll be 2nd and 9. At the Grandview 36-yard line. Cougars leading 7-0, 6:23 and counting on this clock in this second quarter. As Peterson will hand this one off to Posey. Posey will take it to the Grandview 32-yard line. As that will be a 4-yard gain. So it now will be 3rd and 5, the Grandview 32-yard line. 5:47 and counting in this second quarter. As Peterson getting ready for the snap on 3rd down. Peterson will draw back, throws it, almost intercepted by Grandview. And there's a flag on the play. And it'll be a flag on the Cougars. Kanoa Gillespie with the holding as they went. They are now at the 42-yard line, 3rd and 15 at the 42. of Grandview. As Peterson get ready for the snap here. Draws back. Peterson will take it himself. Looks like there's probably holding again on this play. Got it. And it's fumbled. Grandview says they got it. Fumbled at the 35-yard line. The ball lands at the 30. We'll see who got on top of it. Looks like the Cougars got on top of it, but there is a flag on the play. Looked like it could have been holding on the Cougars again. Would move him back another 5 yards and would make it 3rd and 20 at the 47 of Grandview if it is holding on the Cougars. First down, Cherokee Trail, as it is a flag on Grandview, number 21 for Grandview. On the play with the flag, the 15-yard penalty. As now it is 1st and 10 at the 27 of Grandview. They were at the 42, and now the Cougars at the 27 because of that 15-yard penalty on Grandview's number 21. 5:27 and counting in this second quarter. As Peterson will await the snap here. Peterson will hand this one off to Posey. Posey will get it all the way down to the 10, down to the 8 when he was finally tackled. So a 19-yard run there for Posey for the Cougars. 18-yard run. 1st and 10 at the 9. As Peterson and the Cougars trying to get more points on this board, leading 7-0 with 4:56 left in this second quarter. Grandview will get the ball after they kicked it off to start the game. So they hand off to Posey again. As it will be a a 3-yard run from there. A 5-yard run from there. As now it is 2nd and 4 at the 4-yard line of Grandview. As Peterson getting ready here. 3 receivers out. As the handoff to Posey here. And it will be a Cherokee Trail Cougars touchdown. As Mason Harwell getting ready for the extra point. 1 for 1 on extra points in the game. Now he's 2 for 2. 14-0 the Cougars now lead against Grandview. In this second quarter, as Cougars getting ready to kick this one off after that touchdown from Posey on the 4-yard run. As Grandview trailing in this game 14-0. 4:09 to go in the second quarter. Galvez earlier missed the field goal. That's why we're at where we're at, because of the amazing field position that gave to the Cougars. As Harwell getting ready to kick this one away after the touchdown from Posey. It will travel. We will have a little squib again. Grandview touched it and then gets back on it. So 1st and 10 at the Grandview's own 30-yard line. As Blitz McCarthy coming back out there to try to figure out this Cougars defense and get on the board. Had a chance earlier in this second quarter to do that, and they put themselves in field goal range, but Galvez missed it to the left. As Blitz McCarthy will hand this one off to Chris Blanks. Blanks will take it all the way down to the 38-yard line for a 2nd down and 2 now at the Grandview's own 38-yard line. Or 2nd down and 1 at the Grandview 38-yard line. So it'll be in a 9-yard run for Blanks that last play. As Blitz McCarthy hands it off again to Blanks. Blanks will take it down to the Grandview 35-yard line. A 4-yard for a 5-yard run from Blanks. Back-to-back runs for 14 yards. As 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line of Grandview. Blitz McCarthy hands it off to Blanks again, and they'll lose a yard. So it'll be 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line. As 2nd and 11 at the 43, handoff, throws it, fake handoff, throws it to number two, T.A. Arnold. 1st and 10 now at the 43-yard line of the Cougars. So 1st and 10 from the 43 of the Cougars. A minute or so and counting in this second quarter. As Blitz McCarthy will throw it to Jackson Flores. Flores will take it all the way down to the Cougars' 35-yard line. A 8-yard run for Jackson Flores. So now it'll be 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line of the Cougars. Sorry, 35-yard line of the Cougars. Had it at the 43, 8-yard catch from Flores. At the 35 now, 2nd and 2. As Blitz McCarthy will hand this one off to Chris Blanks. Jackson Flores Oh, it is Chris Blanks. So, first down now for the Grandview Wolves. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line of the Cougars. No, 28-yard line of the Cougars. As Blitz McCarthy getting ready for the snap here. Draws back. Throws this one deep to Jackson Flores. That'll be a... Let's see if they called a touchdown. May have been stopped at the 1. It is stopped at the 1. A 27-yard catch for Jackson Flores. 1st and goal at the 1 for Grandview. And the clock's still ticking. So Grandview will take a timeout with about 19 seconds left in this second quarter of this game. The Cougars leading 14-0 against these Wolves. But Grandview does have it at the Cougars' 1-yard line. 1st and goal from there. And if you're Grandview, I'm thinking you're going to hand this one off to Chris Blanks or Jackson Flores and run it in there for that touchdown. May be too risky to throw the ball at the 1-yard line. I'm thinking Grandview is going to run this. Is Grandview right at that? Jackson Flores right there at that yard line. Almost brought it all the way for the touchdown. Got 27 out of the 28 yards. But Blitz McCarthy will hand it off to Jackson Flores. So they did run it like I predicted, but they will be stopped exactly where they were at. Timeout for Grandview. 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line of the Cougars as Jackson Flores gets stopped right at that 1-yard line where they were at. Needed one more little marker and would have had that touchdown for Grandview and made this game 14-7. 14-6 before the extra point. As guessing you're going to hand this one off to Chris Blanks now. As they just handed off to Jackson Flores. But I think this handoff is going to go to, I think they're going to hand it off to Chris Blanks. And Chris Blanks will get that touchdown for Grandview. Potentially. As Blitz McCarthy and company waiting for that snap. But now there's a timeout taken by the Cougars. 2 timeouts by Grandview quickly, and then the Cougars will take their 3rd timeout of this half. So as we said, the Cougars leading 14-0 in this game. The long catch earlier in this game by Rashawn Stanley for 47 yards was their first touchdown in the game, and then they got a second one on a run by Logan Posey for about 4 yards. And then Grandview on their drive before the Cougars scored that second touchdown missed the field goal as Blitz McCarthy getting ready to hand this one off potentially. He'll take it himself actually. And they may be stopped, but see what is called. And Blitz McCarthy is stopped at the 1-yard line. So the Cougars with the defensive stop, and that will take us to halftime. The Cougars leading 14-0, as we said, with that one touchdown catch by Rashawn Stanley, and then the 4-yard run by Posey for the Cougars to make this game 14-0, as we will see you in 15 minutes from halftime from Grandview TV.
Tonight's halftime performance is brought to you by Grandview's Varsity Cheer, Palms, and the featured World Spirit teams. Let's hear it for our cheer team. Let's hear it for you, the Grandview Cheer, Palms, and featured World Spirit teams. Your Grandview cheerleaders are sponsored this year by Sonic, Hydrax, Lumen Pizza, and Marine Golf Club. Thanks for bringing spirit to the sidelines all season long. The Grandview Palms would like to thank their gold sponsors. In an accident, Colorado, turn the veteran law.
as the Cougars will now kick this one off after halftime. Cougars leading 14-0 in this game as Grandview will receive this football after they got stopped back-to-back times at the 1-yard line of the Cougars. As another squib, Grandview will get it this time, and they will have it at their own 38-yard line. First and 10 from the 38. Of Grandview. As Blitz McCarthy will come back out there. Had that QB sneak. Tried to get across that goal line and got stuffed right before the end of the second quarter. And Grandview will get stopped behind the line of scrimmage here. A 3-yard loss. So it'll be second and a 1-yard loss. So it'll be second and 11 at the 37-yard line of Grandview. Blitz McCarthy getting ready for the snap here. And some whistles. See what those are about. $11:21 and counting in this third quarter. Second and 11 at the 37. Handoff here from Blitz McCarthy to number 34, who will get it all the way down to the 45-yard line. 34. Giovanni Ruiz with the run there, as now it is 3rd and 3 at the 45-yard line of Grandview. And Blitz McCarthy getting ready here for the snap. Will fake hand it off. Will take it now himself. Get all the way down to the Cougars' 48-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 48. 49, they're going to say. 1st and 10 at the 49 of the Cougars. As Blitz McCarthy and Grandview coming out of this half hot. Just able to convert on 3rd down a couple times. And now in the Cougars' territory, trying to get on the board as Galvez missed that field goal earlier. And then Grandview got stuffed at the line before halftime. As Jackson Flores with the catch for 4 yards for Grandview, as it is 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line of the Cougars. As Blitz McCarthy draws back, throws it to Flores. Flores will get it down to the 39-yard line, right around that 1st down, and it will be a 1st down. A 6-yard catch for Flores, as it is 1st down and 10 at the 39-yard line of the Cougars. As Blitz McCarthy getting ready with 9:02 left in this third quarter to try to get Grandview on this board. Down by 14. As low snap. Blitz McCarthy will take it himself. Gets about 3. maybe 2. So 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line. 39-yard line of the Cougars. 37-yard line of the Cougars. 2nd and 8. As Blitz McCarthy here hands it off to Ruiz again. And they will take it down to the 32-yard line. 5-yard gain. 3rd and 3 now at the so they're going to put the ball at the 32-yard line. This would be a line of gain at the 29. So 3rd and 3. 3rd and 4 is what it shows. As Blitz McCarthy will draw back. Throws this one. Wide open receiver. Matthew Schimberg with the catch there. As 1st down and 10 at the 11-yard line of the Cougars after that catch by Matthew Schimberg. The 12-yard line it will be. 7 minutes and 10 seconds and counting in this 3rd quarter. As Grandview trying to get on the board. Blitz McCarthy draws back. Throws it. Jackson Flores, and that's the touchdown. There it is. As now it is 14-6. Jackson Flores with the touchdown. Almost his 2nd touchdown of the game. Had that 27-yard catch that got him to the 1 and almost brought it in earlier, as Galvez will now get ready for the extra point here. 14-6 is our score, as Galvez getting ready for the extra point. JT Cole with the snap. With the hold, and that is good. Grandview now down by 7. 14-7 in our game. As Grandview will kick this one to the Cougars after the touchdown from Jackson Flores. As Galvez will kick this one away from the Grandview 40-yard line. It'll go into the back of the end zone. So the Cougars will have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Leading in this game 14-7. 1 running touchdown and 1 catching touchdown for the Cougars. After that amazing defensive stop before halftime by the Cougar defense. Back-to-back defensive stops. Stopped Blitz McCarthy from the 1 and stopped Jackson Flores from the 1 on those 2 running plays. As Peterson will get ready for the snap, as Posey will get the handoff. Get it to the 19-yard line of the 21-yard line of the 22-yard line of the Cougars. 2nd and 8 at the 22. .6:30 and counting in this third quarter. As Peterson gets ready for the snap. Throws this one. Thrown to number 8. And they're going to say another catch for the Cougars. Evan Smith with the catch. The Cougars now have it at the their own 33-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 33. As Peterson looking like he's probably going to hand this one off to Posey again. Posey with that one running touchdown earlier in the game. They will hand it off to Posey, and Posey will get about a yard. So 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line. 30. Yeah, away from it. As Grandview will have it 2nd and 7 at the Cougars will have it 2nd and 7 at their own 36-yard line as we wait for this injured player for Grandview. And the injured player on the field will be Quentin Dorsey. As Peterson will get ready for the snap. Throws this one deep. Number 8 open. And then intercepted by Jackson Flores. Jackson Flores intercepts it at the 20-yard line for Grandview. After he just caught that touchdown, the pick on for the defense, and now Grandview will have their offense come back out there. The Cougars leading 14-7, but now Grandview back with the ball, but there is a flag on the play. And unnecessary roughness on Grandview after that. But it will be an interception. So Grandview will have the ball at the 10-yard line. 1st and 10 at... No. First and 10 at the 10-yard line. At the 12. It's the handoff there from Blitz McCarthy. Get about 4. Maddox Johnson for Grandview with the run. 2nd and 7 at the 14. Hands it off here to Ruiz, who will get about a yard. Max Johnson with the run for Grandview. Now 3rd and 6 at the 16-yard line. As Blitz McCarthy getting ready for the snap here. Draws back and will take it himself. 1st down, gets it to the 22-yard line of Grandview. 1st and 10 from the 22. As Blitz McCarthy with the run there for Grandview for about 6 will get the 1st down and a new set of downs for Grandview as 3 minutes and 50 seconds and counting in this 3rd quarter. As Blitz McCarthy hands it off to Max Johnson with the run for Grandview for about 3. 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line. As there's an injury here. The player that's walking off right there and kneeling. 61 or 67, I don't know what it is. As Blitz McCarthy getting ready, will take it himself. Gets to the 30-yard line. 29-yard line. That will be a 4-yard run. Well, it will be at the 30. Line of gain at the 32, so 3rd and 2 at the 30-yard line for Grandview. 14-7 in this game. 2 minutes and 35 seconds to go in this 3rd quarter. As Blitz McCarthy trying to get a new set of fresh downs for Grandview here. Here comes the snap. Blitz McCarthy will hand this one off. Will get the 1st down. And gets it down to the Grandview 39-yard line. Maybe 38. As Grandview 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line. As 2 minutes to go left in this 3rd quarter. Blitz McCarthy draws back. Will take it himself. Get all the way down to the 49-yard line, and then there's a flag. And this one looks like it is on the Cougars. As it may be at the 50, so it's 1st and 10 at the 50 for Grandview. As Zaid Barakat on the defense hit McCarthy when he was already out of bounds, and now it's Grandview at the 40-yard line. They had it at the 50. No, they're at the 35. So it was a 15-yard penalty. 1st and 10 at the 35 with the Cougars. And Blitz McCarthy now drawing back, throws it, and intercepted. Intercepted. Number 41 for the Cougars with the interception. Brits. Caden Shriver with the interception for the Cougars after Grandview's Jackson Flores had the interception for Grandview previously in this third quarter. And now the Cougars will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. And Peterson will come back out here, as well as Posey. Here comes the snap. Peterson hands it off to Posey for about 5. So it'll be 2nd and 5 at the 4. Second and 3 at the 47-yard line. After that 7-yard run by Posey. Now they'll hand it off to Posey again. Posey getting to the outside, and then we'll get stopped about 2 yards short of the line of gain. Maybe got a yard. Looks like it will be 3rd and 2 at the 48-yard line of the Cougars. '49-yard line of the Cougars. Where's that? Is where it's at. Peterson getting ready for the snap here. And Grandview will jump offside. Grandview flinched, and that will be the encroachment on the defense, and that is a new fresh set of downs for the Cougars, who had it 3rd and 1 at the 49-yard line. Now they're at the Grandview 46-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 46 as we will go to the 4th quarter. The Cougars leading in this game 14-7. We will see you in a moment from Grandview TV. As Peterson will hand it off. Now it is 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line. As Peterson will hand it off, and he will get, the Cougars will get stopped right at the line of scrimmage. As it is 3rd down and 8 at the Grandview 44-yard line. 10 minutes and 50 seconds and counting in this fourth quarter. The Cougars winning this game 14-7 against the Grandview Wolves. As Peterson will draw back, throws it, and now it's fourth down. As this is a long field goal. You're thinking that the Cougars will probably punt this away to Grandview from the 44-yard line. They're going to keep the offense out there on 4th and 8. 4th and 8. The Cougars are going to keep the offense out there. Up by 7. Oh no, they're gonna kick it. It looked like their QB was the kicker on that play. A little confusing. But they will punt it to Grandview. So it will be 1st and 10 at Grandview's own 15-yard line. Grandview trying to get on the board a little bit more. Down by 7 with 10:28 left in this fourth quarter. And if you're Blitz McCarthy, you're thinking, we need to get this run game going so we can get down this field. They're going to hand it off to Chris Blanks. And now there's a fumble. And Cherokee Trail is on it. And now it is Cherokee Trails football at the Grandview 18-yard line. 1st and 10 at the Grandview 18-yard line. And now the Cougars have the ball back. Up by 7. As Peterson will come back out there, trying to put some more points on the board and cause some issues for this Grandview offense. Cherokee Trail will take a timeout here. 2 left in this fourth quarter. Grandview still with 3 timeouts. 10:19 to go in this fourth quarter. As 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line for the Cougars. As now a new player will come in for Grandview. Number 27 will come out for number 45 on defense. As Grandview trailing 14-7 in this fourth quarter. 1st and 10 for the Cougars at their own 17-yard line. They hand it off to Posey. Posey will take it down to the Grandview 13. 2nd and 6 at the 2nd and 7 at the 13-yard line of the second and 5. They will get the first down. 1st and 10 now for the Cougars. Or no, they will not. it'll be first and goal for the Cougars at the Grandview 8-yard line. Up 7, 9:15 and counting in this fourth quarter. As Peterson will hand it off to Posey. Posey will get taken down by Grandview right at the 10-yard line. About a 2-yard loss. So 2nd and 11 or 2nd and 8. They're going to say no loss on the play. 2nd and 8 or 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line for the of Grandview. Cougars with the ball. As Patterson will draw back. Throws this one and is almost intercepted. Number 17 on the defense there for Grandview hits it away. Javon Walker. Javon Walker with the defensive stop. As now it is 3rd down and goal at the 8-yard line of Grandview. Cougars leading in this game 14-7, 8:30 to go in this fourth quarter. As Peterson will draw back, throws it here. Jackson Flores with the defense and will do his little celebration as now it is 4th and goal at the 8-yard line. And looks like they're probably going to kick a field goal. At the Grandview 8-yard line. Oh, they're going to go for it. So 4th and 8. 4th and goal at the 8-yard line of Grandview as Patterson will throw it and stopped at the 1. Grandview's defense stops him at the 1. Posey gets it down to the 1. And Grandview will have the ball 1st and 10 at the 1-yard line. First down and 10 at the 1-yard line for Grandview. Down by 7. 99 yards to that end zone to tie this game up with 8:15 to go in this fourth quarter. As Blitz McCarthy coming back out there after he threw that interception previously in this quarter. And then Grandview fumbled. The handoff to Maddox Johnson for about 2. So it should be 2nd and 8 at the it'll be 4. So 2nd and 5 at the 6-yard line. As Johnson with the 5-yard carry. Then Johnson will take it again. We'll get it down to the Grandview 9-yard line. 11-yard line. 3rd and 3 at the 9-yard line. As Blitz McCarthy getting ready for the snap. Hands it off here. And Maddox will take the handoff, will get the first down, and then got hit hard. But looks like Grandview will still have the football. First down and 10 for Grandview at the 12-yard line. As Blitz McCarthy will hand it off again to Maddox. This time he'll get about 1. So 2nd and 9 at the 16. 3. So it'll be 2nd and 7 at the 19-yard line. 6 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Grandview trailing 14-7 against the Cougars. As Blitz McCarthy awaiting the snap. He will take it himself. Goes down to the Grandview 30-yard line. First down and 10 for Grandview at the 30, it looks like. First down and 10 at the 30 for Grandview. 5 minutes and 51 seconds. 32-yard line for Grandview. As first and 10 from the 32. 5 minutes and 51 seconds left in this fourth quarter for Grandview to try to tie this game up or get on the board even more. As the pass here to Jackson Flores will get about 4. So it will be 2nd and 5 at the 37. 5-yard catch there from Jackson Flores. As Blitz McCarthy and Grandview getting ready for the snap. Blitz McCarthy throws it here. Matthew Schimberg with the catch. First down and 10 at the Grandview's own 48-yard line. $52 yards to that end zone down there to try to tie this game up. As first and 10 at the 48-yard line after the catch by Matthew Schimberg. Blitz McCarthy will take it in himself. Gets it down to the 45-yard line. Will get about 6 for Grandview. Or 7, they'll say. So it'll be 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line of the Cougars. As Blitz McCarthy awaiting the snap. Hands it off to Chris Blanks. No, it's Maddox. Maddox Johnson. And now it is 3rd and 2 at the Grandview, at the Cougar 44-yard line. As 3 minutes and 40 seconds and counting in this fourth quarter. Blitz McCarthy awaiting the snap. Will try to run it himself and will get sacked. As now Grandview will get it back to about, they will lose 2 yards. Looks like it'll be 4th and 4. No. 1, 2. as a low snap on the last play. So it will be a 4th down and 4th down and 6 at the Cougar 46 yard line. 4th down and 6 from the 44. Grandview gonna keep their offense out there. 3:23 to go in this 4th quarter. Blitz McCarthy and Grandview need this 1st down to give themselves a chance in this game. Blitz McCarthy draws back, throws it. Matthew Schimberg drops it. Now Grandview will give the ball back to the Cougars at the Cougars' own 44-yard line, 46-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Cougars at the 46. 3:20 and to go in this 4th quarter after Matthew Schimberg drops it on 4th down and 6 at the 44 of the Cougars. As that may have just done it. Patterson will hand it off. Grandview will stop him right after a gain of the handoff. They'll stop him after a gain of 1. Maybe right at that line. 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line for the Cougars at their own 44. Grandview trailing 14-7 in this game. 2:50 and counting in this 4th quarter. Grandview needs 2 defensive stops if they want to give themselves a chance in this game. As Patterson will hand it off, gets it down right near that 50-yard line. Looks like they're going to give it to him at the 50, so it'll be 3rd down and 5 at the 50. 3rd down and 4 at the 50-yard line. 2:18 and counting in this 4th quarter. As Grandview needs a defensive stop. Still with 1 timeout. Cougars with 2. Grandview, as we said, did get stopped before halftime at the 1-yard line. It's really the difference in this game, besides the Galvez missed field goal earlier in the game as well. But Grandview 1st and goal at their Cougar 1-yard line right before half and just got stopped back-to-back plays. As the Cougars will now take a timeout. With 1:36 to go in this 4th quarter. 3rd down and 4 at the 50-yard line. Grandview needs a stop here if they want a chance in this game. If they do get that stop, they may have about a minute left in the game after if the Cougars punt it. But the Cougars, if the Cougars get 3 yards, it's too long of a field goal to kick it in high school. So the Cougars would punt it. But Grandview needs a defensive stop here on 3rd down and 4 at the 50-yard line. With 1:30 to go in this game. Grandview needs a defensive stop. False start on the offense. And that may have gave Grandview some more life. False start on Cherokee Trail. Now it will be 3rd down and 9 at the Cougars' 45-yard line. That may have gave Grandview life. If Grandview can stop the Cougars, they may have a minute left to try to tie this game up. Down by 7, 14-7, minute 36 to go. As the Cougars draw back, and he will be almost taken down. Patterson is then sacked. Patterson is sacked. Number 21 for Grandview gets there. Carter Curtin with the sack. As Grandview will take their timeout. Their 3rd timeout, their final of the 4th quarter. And Grandview potentially will get another chance unless the Cougars choose to go for it and get it. If the Cougars fail to do it, if they go for it, Grandview's in good field position. What will this Cougars team do? It looks like the Cougars will punt this ball away. Grandview should have about a minute to go of offense to try to tie this game up after this punt, unless the Cougars choose to fake it. Not likely that they would do that. As we said, Grandview with Grandview will get the ball at the Grandview Wolves' own 47-yard line. No, they're going to put it at the 50. Grandview needs 50 yards to tie this game up and potentially force this game to overtime. 14-7 in this game. 1st and 10 at the 50. Minute 23 for Blitz McCarthy to have a miracle. And Blitz McCarthy needs it now. As Blitz McCarthy gets ready for the snap. Throws it here. Matthew Schimberg with the redemption. Oh, and then he dropped it. He dropped it again. Matthew Schimberg in his hands, and he drops it again. Minute 18, 2nd and 10 at the 50, and Matthew Schimberg drops it again. Dropped it on 4th down when Grandview needed it earlier, and dropped it there when and that could have given Grandview better field position. As now Blitz McCarthy getting ready for the snap. He'll drop back. He'll throw it to number 86 for Grandview. As Grandview needs to be in hurry-up mode. 1st and 10 at the 37. 36 of the Cougars. Grandview's got to hurry. A minute 12 to go in this 4th quarter. Blitz McCarthy draws back. Will run it himself. Will get it to the 25-yard line. The 25-yard line, and that gives Grandview a chance. That gives Grandview a chance. 1st down and 10 at the 25-yard line of the Cougars. A minute to go in this game. Grandview has no timeouts, though. They got to hurry. As Blitz McCarthy getting ready for the snap here. And now there's the Cougars will take a timeout, which will give Grandview still like a minute left on the clock. 1st and 10 at the 25. Grandview still has a chance. They need a miracle, though. As with those 49 seconds, 1st and 10 at the 25, Grandview has a chance. They have a chance to force this game to overtime or potentially go for 2 and win it all. Blitz McCarthy getting ready for the snap. Draws back, throws it deep. It's intercepted. It's intercepted, and that is the game. The Cougars will intercept it, and that will be the game. The Cougars intercepted at the 1-yard line. 1st down and 10 at the 1-yard line for the Cougars. Actually, it'll be at the 25, and that is the game. Grandview had a chance, and another interception, and another mistake by Grandview's offense. Thrown 2 interceptions in this half, as well as fumbling the football. Missed a field goal earlier in the game, and then got stuffed at the line of scrimmage right before half, which is the difference in this game. Needed that 1 yard to be in this game. And the Cougars now, with 49 seconds, are going to go on and win this game. As the run here will get down to the 15, that'll be a 1st down. 1st down and 10 at the 15 for the Cougars. 33 seconds left in this game. And that will be it. That should be it. This clock's going to run down almost completely. And Grandview with no timeouts, and the Cougars with no timeouts. The Cougars are going to upset the Grandview Wolves. Grandview on the season 4-3 before coming into this game. Now will be 4-4. The Cougars were 2-5 before coming into this game. Will now be 3-5. As the Cougars go on and upset the Grandview Wolves in this game at Legacy Stadium. What a game. As on this chilly night of varsity football, the Cherokee Trail Cougars defeat the Grandview Wolves 14-7, defeating the team favored to win this game. And we will see you next time from Grandview TV for the next football game on Halloween from Grandview TV. We'll see you next time.